thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fork Over the Ring, where we all know the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And today, guys, we are finally done with our 22 days of the Beyoncé vegan workout program challenge thingy-majigger. So really quick, this video is going to cover three different things. It's going to cover who our winner was for the giveaway. It's going to cover just the results of doing the challenge, and then also I'm going to go through a day of what I eat while I'm on this program. So because only one person entered my contest, it was my line sister actually. So please make sure that you guys support her. Her name is Bree. I'm going to actually put a link to her YouTube channel below. So if you want to learn anything about hair care products or natural hair, she's definitely the place you want to go. And I'm going, like I said, in the giveaway, she won a few kitchen utensils that I'll probably post on Instagram later. And I'm going to pay for her first month on the vegan program if she chooses to do it. And this is a great time for everyone to do it because we are so close to homecoming for everyone. So now that we've gotten that out the way, when I was on this program, overall, because people have asked me questions on Instagram, I did lose a total of 10 pounds. It could have been a lot more, I'm sure, if I were focused. So although the program does give you things to eat, it gives you 3 options per meal per day for 22 days or for however long you're paying for it for. And when you're on the program, you're supposed to really just stick to what they eat, which is cool. But the way my undiagnosed ADHD is set up, I was going to do what I wanted to do. So I found some unhealthy vegan things. Like I learned that Oreos were vegan, so I was eating Oreos. I learned that crescent rolls were vegan, so I was taking those and frying them up like fake me out beignets. I learned that the brownies, it's a Ghirardelli version, their brownies are vegan, so instead of adding egg to it, I was adding a banana and mixing it up, and I was eating those. So because I do still like to experiment with cooking, probably why this program wasn't the best for me, it did show me that I am really here for vegan life. Like, it's not hard. Although I'm completely done with the vegan program, I actually am still eating some things. Like, for instance, I love sauteed kale and potatoes. I'll eat that all day. I did like the vegan tacos and stuff that I was making. Those are really good. But overall, I do see how the benefit of it. Was I more energized overall? I can't really say yes or no, because my work schedule also changed, so that could have been a part of it as well. Had I gone to the gym every day during this process, I can definitely see where I could have lost even more weight. But like I said, I lost the 10 pounds over the 22 days, which is actually pretty good considering that I was not going to the gym whatsoever. And I also was just kind of eating junk food too. So potato chips are vegan, as long as they don't have any cheese or anything on them. So I was eating those all the time. So if you're going to do the program, I definitely will say, let me know how it goes. If you have been doing vegan stuff for a while, please let me know how that goes for you as well. If you have any questions that I didn't answer about the program, let me know. I am going to go through and show you 3 meals that I will eat in one day. And those are pretty much all, well, the first 2 are definitely following the program. The third one is just my throw together meal, like I like to call it. So it's pretty much, I took everything I had in the cabinets that I probably would not eat if I were not on this program, and kind of threw them in a pot together to see what magically happened, and it worked out for me, thank God. So that was pretty much it. So please make sure that you stay tuned for the rest of this video so that you can see what I ate while vegan. And if you have any questions or anything, please make sure you put them below. And I am going to try to make a conscious decision that once a month that I do a vegan upload for a meal, because I do know that people have asked me for them in the past, and I was pretty much lackluster on getting it done. So I am going to make sure that at least from this point going on, you guys will see something like that from me. All right, stay tuned. All right, so during this program, I learned that my favorite breakfast, vegan or not, is always going to be Rice Krispies with peanut butter, a little ground cinnamon, honey, and bananas. So this was always really quick. It's super filling, and I never thought I would like it. These are brown rice cakes, and I use extra chunky peanut butter. It says 2 tablespoons in total in the recipe allotment, so that means 1 tablespoon per rice cake, but I was not actually going to measure that. Then I just sprinkle a little cinnamon on and a little honey. This is one of those recipes where they gave it to me and I had to tweak it a little bit. So the recipe they gave you literally just had peanut butter and bananas, but I knew that I was going to spice it up just a little, so I add a little bit of honey, like I said, the ground cinnamon and a banana. Just chop that on up together, and that is like the easiest breakfast you can do outside of a smoothie. And I am now pretty much stuck on them. I'm always eating it. So this is definitely a favorite out of the program. And then I just drink it with my detox tea and cherries. And then my lunch portion, I like to go through, and like I said earlier, I love the roasted potatoes. So in a cast iron skillet, I heat up some olive oil, and then, or coconut oil, whichever one you prefer. Then I go through and add half a potato, a little bit of onions, and those are jalapenos because you know I love the spice. And just throw that all together and saute it for a little bit until, because the potatoes are going to take a lot longer, and I like my onions to be a little caramelized, so this is like the perfect opportunity for that. Then I go through and I add my vegetable broth, and I add a little bit of frozen peppers because I just had some in the freezer. This one is another one of those throw together meals. So I just kind of throw together what I know I have in the freezer. I also add corn to it. And what you'll see, well, I don't put it on camera, I don't think, but I actually do put a lot of different seasonings in it. So that's some fresh cilantro from my little in-home garden, some mushrooms. I use some paprika, salt, pepper, a little bit of adobo, just a lot of different things. So whatever you like, whatever your season preferences are, that's exactly what you want to put into this meal. Then I also go through and I make some sauteed kale with lime juice and a little bit of avocado. And that gives me everything I need for this particular meal. All right, so the final meal is like my throw together crock pot meal. So I start off with crushed tomatoes, all the little cans of beans that I had in the pantry that I'm not going to eat by themselves, or that I knew I didn't have like an immediate use for, but I was just trying to get rid of stuff. Threw that in there, and then I also am going to add some sauteed onions that I've kind of cooked up. They're not burnt at the bottom. They are sauteed. I just had a little bit of too much seasoning at the bottom, so it kind of coated it. I also add some frozen peppers and mushrooms that I had in the freezer, some fresh herbs from the in-house garden, a few cloves of crushed garlic, and then I go through and added some different seasonings. So I have a Cajun seasoning, some pink Himalayan salt, onion powder, garlic powder, chili peppers, chili flakes, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, whatever you guys really want to add, a little bit of cumin, or just whatever you're going to add to it. And then I also go through and I add, I made some rosemary rice on the side. So I ate those two together and it was awesome. But I literally let this cook for about 2.5 to 3 hours on medium. For some reason, my crock pot gets super, super hot. So medium is the best that I can do, because if I put it on high, I can cook a frozen turkey, I don't know, in like 20 minutes. It gets so hot. So I go ahead and do it on medium, and I let it cook while I kind of clean the house up and get everything in order. And this is something that you can eat off of for days. It wasn't really on the site, but it was one of those vegan things that I was eating, because this literally feeds me for a week. And that's still with some left over. And you just mix it all up and let it cook down. It doesn't look appetizing at first, but it is good at the end. Unfortunately, my camera died out on me, so I couldn't get the last picture of it. But literally, like I said earlier, I eat this with rice, avocado, and a little bit of lime juice like I do everything else. And I am good to go. All right, guys, that's all for what I have in a day on the vegan program. Please let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time, because the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.